Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
All right, what's up, guys? This is Tom Taylor with South China Morning Post, joined this evening by the one flyweight submission grappling champion himself, Mikey Musumeci. Mikey, it's always a great pleasure to chat with you. I expect it's going to be a particularly great pleasure this time because you've been up to all kinds of exciting things lately. Let's get right into it. You were just in China. How was that, man? How was traveling around China? What did you get up to?
Yeah, like what are the odds that I'm doing this interview with South China Morning Post right after I just got back from China, right? Like this is a very authentic interview. So
Yeah, good timing.
yeah, China's awesome, going there as an American, it was my first time and it was a very very cool trip. Like what warm, nice people. Like I really like China. It's dope. The food there is
Mhm.
amazing, the people. And I just gave my first black belt in China to my friend OJ. So it was very cool for me to have a black belt in China now.
Yeah, I saw that on your Instagram. That must kind of fill you with pride, spreading the jujitsu gospel all over the world. What was that like for you, giving out a black belt in China?
Yeah, it's literally it literally gives me fulfillment and purpose to keep doing jiu-jitsu, which is spreading jiu-jitsu and helping more people in our sport, right? So China's has 1.4 billion people, right? So that's definitely a place I want to help spread jiu-jitsu. And that's our goal now, like just like how US had jiu-jitsu spread from Brazil, like now we have to do that the whole world, so it could help and better so many people's lives. So that's for sure a goal of mine, and it's very special because it's exactly what my intentions are in jiu-jitsu now. So
That's really cool, man. Well, I'm glad for you. That sounds like an awesome experience. And I gotta ask, you mentioned the food. I know there's some really good food over there. When I was over there, I was just in heaven. I mean, any highlights in terms of the eating you were doing in China?
yeah, so all the locals were like, "Oh, you're not gonna be able to handle that. That's too spicy. That's too spicy." And then I ate all the spicy stuff just like them. So then they were all like, "Holy shit, you're Chinese." So I got China. I have Chinese street credit now for sure with the spicy food I was eating. So
Well, that's awesome, man. That's sweet. It sounds like it was a real adventure. And you've been moving around a lot lately, right? Before that, you were in Thailand, having some good times with Rodtang. We all
oh,
saw
I'm
the
back in
karaoke
Thailand
video.
now.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yeah. So you've been all over the place. I do want to ask about the time you spent with Rodtang, though, because people are really loving the bromance you guys have. How was it hanging out with him and doing some singing with him and all of that?
Yeah, so like in life, I feel that you meet certain people and they have a certain energy that just clicks with you, right? And then instantly you're like really close, So Rodtang is like family to me. Like I'm really close with him and I see him like a brother, right? So we have a lot of fun together. And even when we don't speak the same language, like we vibe so well, So
Hmm.
I was helping him make weight for his fight with Superlek. And then post fight, like right after he made weight, we went to his house and I ate with his family and we did karaoke for like hours, So
Hmm.
yeah, it's such a cool friendship we have, and it's really cool because I'm one of the top people in jiu-jitsu, right? And he's one of the top people in Muay Thai. So we could kind of bring together two different communities, the Muay Thai and jiu-jitsu community. And yeah, it just shows like martial arts, like two different martial arts, yet we're so connected and it almost becomes one, like what one
Hmm.
championship is. We are one, right? So it kind of symbolizes what one stands for, I feel, like our friendship, me and Rodtang.
Yeah, that's really well said. It's been awesome to watch you guys sort of hit it off from a distance because I know you're both great guys. Makes total sense to me that you would be friends with each other. Now, Rodtang, of course, isn't the only legendary Thai fighter you've been rubbing shoulders with lately. You were doing some pad work with Nong-O.
Yeah.
What was that like? I mean, that must have been a pretty cool experience too, right?
Yeah, it's horrifying. You don't want to piss him off. He'll fucking kill you. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I've had the opportunity to train with the best Thai fighters, right? Like what a dream that is in Thailand, Muay Thai heaven, to train with the best guys. So, it's been such an incredible experience being here, and just traveling the world and learning about more cultures and connecting with more people. That's my goal, and that's what I enjoy. I personally
Hmm.
just love that.
hmm And now I know you get asked this all the time, but after training with all these ties, sharpening your striking skills, how close do you feel like you are to maybe trying MMA or a striking martial art at some point one day?
Definitely it's something I would love to do in the future, but I'm 27 and I'm really healthy. I'm in no rush.
hmm
I'll do it just like I do jiu-jitsu. I'm a perfectionist, right? But probably if I'm a decent blue belt, purple belt, I would consider it. I still consider myself a white belt, so I'll see how fast I progress. And once I'm ready, like yeah, I would love to. I grew up watching MMA, so it would be a
hmm
dream of mine to do. But
hmm
I'm not like meant. I'm not trying to rush this. I want to do it perfect, and so I just want to develop the skills over time, just like everyone else.
Yeah, fair enough. And like you said, you're still doing awesome things in jiu-jitsu. You just had your great win over Shinya. I know that was a little while ago at this point. A lot's happened since then, but how did you feel about that one? That was a pretty special experience, I gather, right?
Yeah, my fight with Shinya was very cool, but it was very hard on me. Being full blown sick.
hmm
I had food poisoning. The doctor first said I had sepsis. Then I had a very
Yikes.
bad flu. Then the doctor told me don't train for 2 weeks, and then I was in fight week, and I trained for like 3 days, and I fought, and it was very hard on my body. I was really messed up that whole time, but I got through it. And right after getting through it, I had a very bad fever again, and like 104. So I had to go back to the hospital. And then I
Oh
was
man.
bedridden another 4 days. I couldn't leave bed. So my health was a little compromised this past month, right? So
hmm
I'm trying to just relax, sabai sabai, that means chill and Thai, and get back to my health feeling 100%. And then I'll get back into comp mode, Mikey. I'm
hmm
always training hard. I never stop training hard. I'm always studying jiu-jitsu and improving. But I definitely have periods of time where I'm mentally like a soldier, right? Where like no emotion, no feeling, just a robot. And then other
hmm
times where like I could have more fun, laugh, joke, hang out with friends. And so that's what I'm at this point in my life, and traveling, getting to experience a culture, just trying to enjoy a little bit, and have more balance.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. Sabai Sabai. I like that, man. That's great. Um, well, the one thing that I thought was interesting about that Shinya fight, I know you weren't in the best condition and it was a tough one for you, but you proved again that you can hang with bigger, heavier guys in jiu-jitsu. I gotta ask, like, what's the max for you? How heavy are you willing to go? Would you grapple, say, Cade or Ty or something? Obviously, you got to win over one of their teammates recently, Osama. Would you ever do something like that against one of those guys?
Um, I guess in the future, I'm not really afraid of anyone. I love just grappling and exchanging with like cool people and like learning. So definitely in the future, if it made sense, I would love to have the opportunity to compete with some of the best guys in the heavier divisions. Um, but right now, honestly, I still have some unfinished business in lighter divisions.
Mhm,
I want to fight this guy named Diego Reis. He's the best guy in 145. That's a weight class above. He won an 80cc. So I'm like begging one to make this match happen. So that's my next challenge. And I think the fight's gonna happen soon. So once I have confirmation, I'll start this crazy camp and we're gonna have a crazy match. And then I want to beat this guy named Gabriel Souza, um, another guy in the 145 division. Those are like the top two guys.
mhm.
So maybe I know you guys want me to go up weight classes, but maybe one division at a time.
Fair
I'm
enough.
at
Yeah.
135, so let's go 145, and then maybe
Yeah,
keep
baby
moving
steps.
up. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's my goal. To just keep challenging myself. I've been working very hard in Asia, and that's why I was able to beat Shinya the way I did. Shinya is not an easy guy to sub. You know what I mean?
Mhm,
Like even Cade fought Shinya, couldn't sub him. And my levels increased so much the last year, my technical level, and the U.S. fans haven't really seen how much I've been improving. Because I've been fighting these random people here in Asia more.
mhm,
So, and I just stay quiet. I just keep working hard. People could talk shit, and I just stay quiet. And when the time's right, they'll get to see what I've been working. So,
mhm.
I have this mindset, sabai sabai. I'm in no rush to fight these people. I have so many years I could compete. I have so many things that I'm not in any rush. So when the time is right, people will see what I've been working. So
Hmm.
but I definitely want this match with Diego Reis. That's
Hmm.
my goal, and it's going to be I'm gonna give it like 100% effort, like old Mikey when he got the black belt and won worlds. Like that's how I see it again. So it makes me very excited.
Well, I'm excited too. Then, in that case, that sounds like a great matchup. It sounds like One Championship is interested. You said you broached it with them, and it seems like there's some interest on their end in making that fight
Well,
happen.
every time I talk to them, I'm begging them, please make this match, make this match, make this match. So we need to make this match happen.
Cool, cool. Well, that sounds like a big fight and one that fans are going to be very hyped for. Speaking of big
At least
fights
the
in
jiu-jitsu
grappling,
fans, at least the jiu-jitsu fans, right?
well, yeah, I'm sure
Because the MMA community won't know the difference who we're fighting, but so the jiu-jitsu people will at least.
Yeah, yeah. Well, there's a big fight for jiu-jitsu people coming up this weekend. Ty is, of course, fighting for the vacant welterweight title. He's fighting Magomed Abdul Kadirov, I think is the guy's last name. Do you know anything about this guy, Abdul Kadirov? Like, what do you think about this matchup?
So I know he's Dagestani, which means that
Hmm.
he's a pretty strong human, right? And
Yeah.
tough. So definitely a strong guy. I know that he has a win over Mika. When Mika was a little younger, he was still so he has a win over Mika. I know that he's a very tough, strong guy. I'm guessing he has very good takedowns. So should be an interesting match. I'm curious his level with leg locks. That's going to be my question. Because if his level is not that high with leg locks, I see Ty just leg locking him, because that seems like something a little more difficult for the Sambo guys are the leg locks that us Jiu-Jitsu guys have, right?
Hmm.
So I'm curious how his leg locks are, and I'm curious the wrestling between Ty and this guy. Who will win those wrestling exchanges, and will Ty pull guard if he's having trouble taking him down? You know, I think that is a great match. It's super exciting, and it's a lot of like cool things that could happen, like some cool exchanges. I hope that Ty pulls guard if the wrestling is just stalemating, because some of the problems these guys have, like the MMA guys, and they'll just hand fight and wrestle for like 10 minutes, right?
Hmm.
So we only have 10 minutes, and Ty, like, I want to see jiu-jitsu, So hopefully Ty just pulls and attacks him from off the bat, and just puts him in jiu-jitsu exchanges he's not used to, and we'll get a beautiful sub.
Hmm.
That's how I could see this match going. But I could also see this match becoming a grueling wrestling match with like a lot of hand fighting, and I don't know, a Dagestani guy is definitely gonna be a high level wrestler, right? So um, maybe he takes Ty down, and then Ty gets into a crazy exchange and then gets a submission. My money's on Ty for sure, though. The Ruotolo is the best right now, right? The best.
Hmm.
So I see him winning this, but I do see that this match could be some problems if it's just pure wrestling.
Hmm. Yeah, it's a really good breakdown. Another, title fight that I wanted to get your thoughts on. Danielle Kelly, of course, just finally got her hands on a one championship belt, beat Jessica Khan. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that, because I don't know if you've been asked a lot about this one yet already, but what did you think of that fight?
I thought it was a great match. Two high level women, and it was like really good for the sport of jiu-jitsu to have now a women's category in one.
Hmm.
But yeah, so I was very happy for Danielle. She's awesome, and it was a great win for her. She definitely had great wall wrestling, and she showed new skills, so which were very impressive. Now watching that, the first thing I thought in my mind, I want my sister to fight for the belt now.
Hmm.
My sister has 2 wins in one, and her division is the 115, and she has 2 wins over Danielle. She submitted Danielle twice. So it's almost a no-brainer for my sister to fight Danielle next, right? And
Hmm.
then me and my sister could both be champions in one at the same time, which would be very cool. So I would love that. But at the same time, congrats to Danielle. She's amazing.
Hmm. Yeah, I was going to ask you whether you thought your sister should be up next for Danielle, but you answered that one. I think that's a great matchup, and it would be super
Oh
cool
yeah,
to
it's a
see.
no-brainer. It's a
Yeah.
no-brainer. My sister has 2 wins over Danielle, submitted her both times, and it's the same weight class. And my sister won her last 2 fights in one, right? So
Hmm.
wouldn't it just make perfect sense?
It makes total sense. I think that's obviously the fight to make in that weight class, I would say. Now, back to you. You've mentioned you want Diego Reis. Do you have kind of an ideal timeline when you'd like that to happen? I know you like to stay active. Are you looking at Qatar or any dates in particular?
So I like to stay active, right? But I was so active this year, right? I need a little break from my body. My body's pissed at me right now, dude. It's like, fuck you, Mikey. You did too much shit this year. So I need to rest a little bit. Um, Ideally, January or February, I feel. March the latest would be the time for me for this match, you know? I feel like just a few more, maybe another week or two of just sabai, just training for fun. And then I could get into soldier camp Mikey again. And we get to work. I go back to the US Saturday, so the 4th. And then I'm with my typical training. And that's when I believe I could start this crazy camp, you know? So maybe December, honestly. I could be ready for December, but January I feel would be a better time just so I have a little longer just to like sabai and just slowly go into it, not too intense, right?
Well, there's a rumor going around, Mikey, that one might be heading back to Japan in January. What would you say about fighting in Tokyo?
Oh, that would be the coolest shit ever, you know?
Yeah.
I would love to go to Japan. Like, again, being in Asia now, living here, that's the last country I need to go to. So I'm so that would be a dream of mine to compete in Japan. And Japanese people are so cool, and have their amazing food. Like, it'll be so cool, you know. So I would love to be on the Japan card.
Well, man, Japan's my favorite country to visit. If you're on that card, I'm definitely going to come cover that one. So I'll see you
Hey, you
there if that
better.
happens.
All
You
right.
bet,
If I'm
man.
on the Japan card, you're there.
Yeah, it's a deal, man. We can virtually
okay.
shake hands. Yeah, it's locked in.
Sure.
All right, man. Well, I've already kept you for like 17 minutes. I know it's getting late over there, so let's wrap it up with
Sorry
this.
for how long I took. Sorry how long I
Oh
took.
man,
I'm sorry about
no worries. No, I don't want to hear any apologies from you, Mikey. You're the man. I appreciate the time.
No, I
So let's
appreciate you,
wrap it up
dude.
with
Thank you
this
so much.
though. Oh man, it's my pleasure. We always love talking to you. Any message for your fans, for your adoring supporters before I let you go?
Yeah, always. I love you guys, and I love the people that hate me too. You know, the ones that talk shit. Like, I love you guys too because you make me work harder. You know, and you make me grow as a person. So, um, yeah, I'm just every day working hard to grow in all aspects of my life. You know, jiu-jitsu as a person. Um, so many different things I'm working on right now, and it's so cool to document it with the world. So I'm having a great life, and I'm blessed.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dom Lau here from One Championship. You are tuned into the best damn martial arts news outlet anywhere in Asia. SCMP Martial Arts, baby. Give them a follow.